This mic, for whatever reason, just started acting up recently. My God. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Just trying to make sure I get situated here before I start the show officially. It's going live on 2. I'm simulcasting on the Yellow Douchebag page and the YouTube page. So if you're a grandparent, you're probably on Facebook. And if you're if you're like a normal bro, you're probably on YouTube. Now, remember, guys, because I'm simulcasting, I'm gonna see two sets of things going on here. So I might be saying, hey, question from Facebook or question from there, but I'm doing it on OBS so I can still.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
So I wanted to do this with OBS so that I can include all of my drops in there. What's up, everybody? We got Desert Cut. We got everybody here, man. We got Ezekiel, Redbird, Matthew, Justin on Facebook, Jared Wells, Pussy Pounder 2.0, Omar Garza, Desert 5.0, Wild Horse, Dennis the Speed Menace, Monzer Z1K, Madi, Clip Clop the Horse. He's always sending me emails. Clip Clop, were you the one that sent me emails about the plaid beating the shit out of those Hellcats? Was it on Gmail? Was that the one? John Lund in the house, so he can answer some of your questions. If you guys have questions that you want John Lund specifically to talk about, hey, John Lund, can I talk about today's phone call in general, in a general sense? No specifics, not naming names, but I'd like to talk about a phone call that happened today and I'd like to talk about it in just vague terms so that people are aware of the traction that's going on with potentially the EPA stuff. So just give me a heads up if you're okay with me talking about today's phone call. Brett Burke, bitch, what's up? Says Tang Stang. Matt Sopa, I haven't seen you here for forever. Maybe did you finally get that house built? HPJ Performance. Was this Mike or is this Samir? Sam? I don't know who it is. It's probably Mike because he loves that fucking keyboard, bro. Homeboy loves tapping all day. Clip Clop the Horse. Okay, so Clip Clop was the one that sent me a video clip of a couple of red eyes or just Hellcats that were modified 900 plus horsepower, and they ended up going up against a Model S Plaid Edition. And guys, a lot of you thought that the Model S needed to like engage in certain modes and you got to hit 15 buttons. That bitch rolling will fuck you up. So let me see if I can find Clip Clop's shit here and then I'll get to it. Let me see if this helps. Oh, video unavailable, removed by the uploader. Gay. Oh, what'd he do? Oh, so gay. Why did he do that? He was destroying those Hellcats. What a Debbie Downer. Oh my God, he deleted his channel. Look at this. What the hell happened? Somebody got mad at the dude. Boy, that's interesting because that Model S, guys, was beating the ever-living snots out of these Hellcats. That's interesting that the channels, I should have downloaded the video, but it's interesting that the channel just disappeared. Crazy. So I can't prove it to you guys, so I'm just talking all this shit. I'm on both of them, views up. Gotcha. Hey, how have you been? Says Michael Milazzo. Matthew Nichols from Facebook. Billy Guns from Facebook. The Plaid slapped those two Hellcats. Guys, 900 horsepower Hellcats that weigh 4,500 pounds. This is literally the best because the model Tesla S Plaid Edition makes supposedly 1,000 plus horsepower, but we don't know how much is getting to the rear wheels, but it weighs about 4,500 pounds. So that is an apples to apples comparison as to what a gas vehicle can do at that weight with that horsepower versus an electric. And guys, it wasn't even close. It was not even, it was sad. It was so sad. So John Lund gave me permission to talk about today's phone call. And sorry guys, everything is flying. So I'm going to make sure that I try to get the paid chats. That's the only way to get my attention, unfortunately. I have two things going. So I have Facebook and YouTube messages. So that'll be a little, if I can't get exactly to your question because I have two things going at the same time because I want to have redundancy in case YouTube decides to boot me or Facebook or one or the other. So real quick. Today was an interesting day. We had a phone call with people that were directly affected by the EPA. We had a group of no less than 5 or 6 companies on a conference call, and we're basically, for lack of a better word, strategizing how to combat the EPA in many different ways. Obviously, we're probably going to try to eventually say, look, what we're doing is actually beneficial to the vehicles in terms of efficiency and emissions output. But then it's up to us, I think, to prove that to them. It's up to us to prove that to them. Now, the EPA could probably go, I don't care that you prove it. Like, that's what I'm just speculating here. I bet you the EPA is going to go, I don't care if you guys make it better. We think it's tampering, so fuck you. And it's funny that they always want money. Like, if you can afford the penalty, they like potentially let you operate. But then when you look at the fine print, people like PFI, they got fined, and I think JH Diesel got fined. If they look at the fine print, you cannot operate anymore once you pay that fine. Once you pay that fine, you are literally out of business. So people like us are probably going to fight that tooth and nail until the end. Because if they say, by the way, we've determined that you have this much, we're going to go, well, fuck you. Prove that what we're doing is harmful to the environment. And then I think there's a plan of attack with these 4 or 5 companies, along with a very smart person who happens to deal with fuels and understands how it works, to absolutely make us or help us prove that what we're doing is less harmful to the environment. And then the impact of the performance and racing industry specifically is so tiny that it's not really, it's kind of nitpicking the thing. Now, we think the RPM Act is not going to allow us to do much more than what we're doing now. I was watching another guy's interview, SEMA guy, which unfortunately I was seething when I saw this SEMA guy talk, because he talks like a lawyer, and maybe he is a lawyer, but dude, could you talk like a normal person? And the guy asking the question literally didn't ask the right questions. He didn't ask the right questions. He basically needed to say, hey, can I still tune cars if the RPM Act passes? And then the SEMA guy will, well, depending on the political climate, which is funny that he did say political climate, because I've been telling you guys the whole time, political climate means whoever is in charge right now, whatever they want to enforce will be enforced. So guess who the fuck's in charge now? People who want this green energy deal to go through. And when they're in charge, all of a sudden the EPA has more teeth. Once anyone else is in charge, then a Democratic Party, sorry to get political, they have less teeth. I'm not saying they don't have teeth, but they have less teeth. So I'm hoping that the people that we talked to today understand that we have their back. I hope they have ours. I think we have a really good understanding of what needs to happen with the EPA. We need to do everything on our power to prove that what we're doing is so minuscule and actually helping the vehicles pass, that if they fine us, we're going to say why. We have proof that what we do, not only is it a minuscule amount of what's actually polluting the air, but we are making vehicles more efficient, less harmful to the environment, and emitting less noxious gases. And then at least you can optically say they're fining us for making your cars more efficient. And again, the court of public opinion, in my opinion, is way stronger than anything else. Negative press is terrible for any government entity. Every government entity, because look, the EPA doesn't want to be known as an entity that goes after the little guy. The EPA wants to let you think we are here to save the planet. Motherfucker, you're not going to do shit. By finding PFI, JH, and us and other people, you're not doing a goddamn thing to save the planet, because it's just such a minuscule amount of what you're literally taking a small business away, and that tax revenue is bye-bye for the upfront fee just to get them gone. Basically, they don't want race cars to exist. And in 2 to 3 years, we have gotten verification from people in the know, E85 at the pump is gone. Like E85 at the pump. Se acabó el party. It's over. It's over, E85 at the pump. And when 2 years go by and all of a sudden you see E85 starting to cost about the same as pump gas, and you wonder why, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and the only thing you can do is buy it in jugs or Torco the shit out of your car, remember today's show. So I think today was a good phone call, but it's an uphill battle, guys. It's uphill. So someone like me has to prepare for plan B. I can't just sit around and sit on my hands and go, oh, I'm just going to see what happens. Bullshit. I'm going to start probably getting Coyote swap vehicles that have nothing to do with emissions, because apparently anything pre-1996 or since the last revision of the Clean Air Act, 1990, they can't touch that car. Fuck you. So guess what? Fox body is going to go up in value. A bunch of Fairmonts are going to go up in value. I'm going to take the GT500 motor and put it in something old just to have it. I mean, it's ridiculous right now. They're going after the little guy. So we'll talk about that a little bit. If he has any questions, specific questions that John can answer, he's on the chat. And anyone else that has questions about E85 and stuff like that, the Ignite Racing fuel guys are super awesome. They're on board. People, I don't want to name names, but there's other people in the industry, well-known people that were in on that phone call, because I think we have the understanding that SEMA doesn't have that much of pull. I think they just kind of interpret whatever the EPA says and then just regurgitates it back to us, instead of saying, no, we need to fight for all small businesses, all manufacturers. SEMA's just basically saying, yep, this is what the EPA wants and this is what we're going to give them. And I'm just like, are you insane, dude? Like, are you insane? They're just basically saying, yeah, this is what we want. Screw it. And I'm like, this unreal. So now the chat's going to be a little different because I got to scroll. Do you know of any manual transmission Coyote cars with Century blowers running 9s? I've seen TVS and Whipple, but no Century blowers. I think there's a couple, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone that is a 9-second stick car. I'm sure it can be done. I don't think it's a problem. Oh, Jay Rubin, like in 2015, Jay Rubin had a S550 running 9s stick, grenaded the shit out of that NT82, but he was running 9s. Prima facie, tuning has the right to repair implementation as well. I don't think people realize this. Tuning has right to repair implementation as well. I don't think people realize this. Interesting. 1990 is a cutoff now? Shit, I'm going to find me a Conquest TSI to Coyote swap. That's not a bad idea. But isn't it all about factory calibration because that's proven and they don't need to research everyone's case? Yonsei, I think the EPA is just, blanket covering everyone. They say if you have anything that tampered emissions, anything, anywhere, period, even if it was for the good of the vehicle, you are subject to fines. It's the most, and then the thing is, it's really up to their interpretation. You understand? Like the EPA doesn't know specifics unless someone's given them specifics, but then they're taking that specific data and then just saying, okay, we'll just apply this to everybody. So are you going to go after the airline industry? I doubt you are. Are you going to go after big oil? I doubt you are. They're a huge. I'm sure they have the lobbying effort and the millions of dollars they pay off to a bunch of politicians is ridiculous. And the performance and racing industry has SEMA and PRI that they talk like lawyers. We need people to talk like fucking men, like regular ass motherfuckers that give me information. And if you're a SEMA representative and you're not barking back at EPA for what they're doing, you're just listening to what they're saying and reporting it back to the people that supposedly pay into your program so you can represent us. What the fuck good are you? What the fuck good are you? What the fuck good are you, EPA?
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Sorry, SEMA. What the fuck good are you, SEMA? If all you do is interpret what the EPA wants in lawyer speak and do not give me plain Jane English and answer my questions directly. Look, Alejandro Flores is gay. Thoughts on Mustang Lifestyles giveaway? I literally don't care. And I'm going to just, because I know what you're trying to do. You need to just get out of here. I just don't have the time for that bullshit. He must be buying a Corvette. Robert, SEMA is like the NRA, useless. So there you go. Now I start to understand the Second Amendment fight. The NRA is like SEMA, where they don't really look out for you. Is it just lobbying effort and just a constant back and forth bullshit game? Like, seriously. The Goblin says we are fucked. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. SEMA is as bad as the NRA. SEMA, to me, has not shown aggressive representation of the people they represent. Like, why doesn't SEMA fight hard? I'm saying pitbull status. We need someone that's in their face. And I'm sure there's a couple of SEMA lawyers right now watching this channel going, oh, he doesn't know how it works. You don't understand. You got to get it. Shut the fuck up, asshole. What you need to do is get in their face and go prove to us that our industry is polluting to such a detrimental effect that it warrants you penalizing anybody for anything. Have you done that? Have you done that? Have you said that to the EPA? Have you gone up to them and said, yo, this is bullshit. This prove to us that this tiny industry is doing something to the planet. And if they're not out there aggressively representing us, if there is a membership that you got to pay to SEMA, stop paying it. Bro, who funds SEMA? If I am paying a lawyer and that motherfucker, I got him on retainer, and he isn't doing what I want him to do, he's fucking fired. And I'll get another lawyer. That's just how it works. But what's going on with SEMA? Is no one doing checks and balances on what my membership is getting me? Is it getting me a guy to talk to me like a fucking lawyer? Or is it getting me a guy that's a pit bull waiting to fight for my business as much as I'm willing to fight for my family and my business? I don't know, SEMA. Suspect. Is there some kind of money that's going to SEMA? Oh, but we provide carb EO testing. Congratulations. So basically, get rid of the performance and racing industry. Like, get rid of it, right? Off-road headers for cars that came with a VIN that are for race only. That's going to go away. Oh, that's what the RPM Act does. Not really. Because if you look at the RPM Act, you can poke holes in that son of a bitch. You can poke holes in the RPM Act if you're a lawyer, and you could still say, if it came with a VIN number, it can't be modified. I'm sick of this fucking lawyer speak bullshit. Sucks. High Roller 94 says, Alex, I just picked up a 13 GT500 headers, free-flowing exhaust, 265 JLT, and tuned by Lund on 93. What RPM do you recommend I shift at? 6,200. And what quarter time should I expect? 11.2, 11.1, maybe. If you can drive okay with a sticky tire. You know, I don't know what you're going to need to launch at. You need to shift at 6,200. You're going to slip the shit out of that clutch because it's a 331. I recommend 373s or 355s at least. That car likes gear because of the 266 first gear. And it should be like a low 11 second car pretty easily. Okay. LOL, the cars that don't even run well, 80%. Got it. What if I see 1000 and a Detroit 400 pump with a VMP booster? No, you're saying 85? I was waiting for him to say 85. What if I see thousands and Detroit 400 fuel pump with a BMP booster pump, BOCAN, a Gen 1 with VMP Gen 2 blower and a 69mm pulley with a stockish fuel setup? You're going to run a 69mm pulley on pump gas, dude? Is that what you just said? Like, is that what I'm thinking you just said? Come on. How is it even possible that we're up the list above many industries and the countries? That's exactly it, but we don't know who they're going after. Like, I'd love to know who is doing the checks and balances on the EPA. Who is EPA reporting to? Who is the committee that they report to and basically justify their actions? I need to talk to the people on that committee. SEMA cars have drive shaft deletes. All SEMA is a convention in Vegas. Fuck them. A new organization should replace them. Here, SVT Snake. I agree with that 100%. SEMA's loaded with a bunch of tree-hugging liberal fucktards. Probably. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact. But I don't see them being pit bulls. I don't see them going after motherfuckers. I don't see them going after anybody. Who else is saying this shit? Who else is saying this shit? Nobody. No. Everyone's like, well, SEMA's pretty good. I'd like to get on stage with SEMA one of these days. I'd like to be a presenter at the Ford stage with SEMA, so I'm going to suck on their fat dick. Fuck you. I've been to SEMA twice, and it is trash, bro. Fucking trash. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. What did they do for people like us? I'm saying the performance and racing industry. Because, you know, PRI is like SEMA for race car guys. So let's not talk about SEMA, the car show. The organization, I can't imagine, even understands what we do because they don't have our backs. If they actually visited and saw what we do, like PFI Speed got a visit from PRI, but I don't know how that visit went. I don't know if they understand that is a family business. That's a very, crucial aspect. Like, that's all he's got. Some people, that's all they got. They got no plan B, and they want to pass it on to their kids. And the EPA is going to go, fuck you. No, you're gone. Bluetooth transfer cases. A vape pen is probably more detrimental to the environment than my free-flowing exhaust 85 Mustang. Probably not wrong. Greetings, everyone, says Eric Garris. I'm with you on old Coyote car swaps. I'm going to Coyote swap a 70 Chevelle. That's a good idea. And if I get rid of all my modern cars because you got to work on plan B, it'll be Coyote Swap City. I'll be like, hey, Power by the Hour, you got any Gen 3s? Yep, let's start putting Gen 3s and manuals, and maybe one of them has a 10R80 in old shit. Get me a Buick T-Type, white, with black BBSs, 18-inch, with a Gen 3 and a 10R80 Cruise Mobile G-body. Oh, it's going to piss so many people off. Is it true that a car in 85 and no cats will pass emissions? I don't know that it's true. I don't know that it's true at all. I don't know who told you that. There's a guy on Facebook who looks just like you. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? A Puerto Rican guy in his 40s? Whoa, that's crazy. Oh, my God. There's a Puerto Rican guy on Facebook that looks just like you. Holy shit. Could you imagine, Alex? Tuning devices will not get away. EPA is giving Russia and China companies a gift. This is a big market. Russian tuning devices and Chinese tuning devices. You'll see them out there. They'll make their way to the U.S. You'll see. 20GT and an 810 Odin Supercharged 315s. What's a good roll tire? 26 or 28? What's a good roll tire? Good roll tire. What is that? Why would a good roll tire not be a good drag tire? What does that even mean, Nick Evans? Like, I need you to explain to me, why would a roll tire be specifically a roll tire? Why can't it be just a tire that's sticky? Period. Who's hit me up here? Situation Plaid. I think he sent me a link. Yeah, it looks like, no, they already got rid of that, dude. I already saw it. It looks like they got rid of that channel. I tried to, Mike from HPJ hit me up on Facebook. Not like he could hit me up here and pay a brother. But he sent me a screenshot because that's useful. Mr. King says this would still suck, but they may just start doing NFA-like stuff. Tax stamps would still be bad, but better than a complete shutdown. They probably just want to extort people for money. Exactly. If the EPA starts saying, we'll let you operate, but you got to pay a carbon tax. Well, the problem is we got to bring that cost down to the customer. But the thought of that means we're willing to let you pollute as long as you pay us. That is some bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Are companies like Factory 5 exempt from EPA? Ask Factory 5. I don't know. SEMA and the NRA have been milking people for years while doing nothing. They're just a bunch of lying, corrupt thieves. What does the top guy at SEMA get paid? Like, is that those kind of companies that has to report what the guys make? And I'm going to start looking into what you guys make. If one of you guys makes 6 figures, I'm going to say, what did you get us for those 6 figures? Is it like a nonprofit titled Dick, whatever the fuck? Oh, I want to find out all the inner workings of how much money they make to see how much money gets given to SEMA and what are we getting for it? Lawyer speak. Why can't small and big shops come together, form an organization with political bite, like a gentleman's agreement? The problem is, in our situation, everyone's competitive, and every other tuner in our field is quiet. They're not popping off like we're popping off. So that tells us they want us to fail. They don't give a fuck, because if they were righteous and they wanted to stay in business, they'd reach out and go, how do we help? Because the only way we're going to help is helping each other. But that's okay, because if we succeed, they'll benefit anyway. So those cowards are playing the long game. We're just going to see how it shakes out. And if Lund with all his people succeed, we benefit. If we join them and we fail, we don't want to be friendly. And even if it goes to shit, we'll tune underground. Fuck it. And I'm like, yeah, so they're just playing that long game, Zane. I'm sorry, Will. He said 69 millimeter throttle body. Okay, then I don't know what pulley size. Like, I don't know what pulley size. He omitted the pulley size. So how much boost? At 10 psi, all you need is a BAP and pump at 10 psi, a BAP in the stock pump, and it should make 640, 650 robo horsepower without an issue. Sup, cut, says Jason Atkins. Man of Wars gave me channel support. Thank you, sir. How's your day going? Says Mendoza's Coyote. Dennis the Speedman. It says your mass nemesis. My bad. Obviously on E85. Oh, golden HP. No boosted Coyote can run on E85 without a return style fuel system and a Lund tune. If other tuners say you can, go ahead and use those other tuners. Why not go after the ships in the airline industry? Because I think that's like crucial. That's like, essential. And racing isn't, I guess, in their mind. EPA is like Karen, we all hate. Boycott SEMA. Johnny Boy, how are the hundreds of thousands of people that live in the apartment going to change their EVs? Is it going to take forever, even if possible, to trade for petrol gas on top of that resources required? Boy, people don't understand how EVs work, man. They think that you like all of a sudden lose a charge when you're like if you're a moron, you charge when you're like 2 miles to empty. If you're a moron, you do that. It's not even a problem, bro. Politicians and EPA flying private jets but complain about race cars. Confused. SEMA doesn't give a fuck about the little guy like us. They killed the cruise industry, so they don't think they're going to care about losing the motorsport industry. You're not wrong. High Roller says, also forgot that it had 10% underdrive. What boost is a stock Trinity blower making? Oh my God. I'm so lost on what he was even saying to begin with. No boosted Coyote. Oh wait, you're talking about 10% underdrive? Wait, High Roller, you have a GT500 and you have a 10% underdrive pulley? Or overdrive pulley? Edgar Sanchez, late to the party. What's up, bitcho? Manny, when do you think tuning will be available for the 21s? I think the tuning is available for the 21s now, but it's bitch-ass tuning. It's not like Billy Badass stuff like we have for Gen 3 and under. Thanks for the work on tuning. I'm sending you a new log tonight. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate you. Good roll tire. 17-inch 305/45 Mickey Thompson ET Street R. Just the same as a good drag tire. It's such a weird thing to say, like, which tire rolls the best? What's the best rolling tire? The gayest one. Right? Do you think that even if the EPA shuts companies down, there will be an underground tuners? Absolutely, Angel H. Shit. Phew. That's not going to be a problem. I tagged you on a post from Mike about Godzilla swap. Who cares? I literally don't care about the Godzilla swap. SEMA is more for stands. For us, it's performance. We really don't care about it. Understood. It's all a scam to get money. You're not wrong. Let me go to the paid question. Juan Resendez, channel support, bitch. Whipple Gen 2 Coyote with a 6 already on a GMC Typhoon. Would be a badass little build. Absolutely. A GMC Typhoon, basically the S10 Blazer, all-wheel drive with a Coyote. But the thing is, how can you make the all-wheel drive work? That'll be interesting. SEMA CEO Christopher J. Kirsting, President CEO, 927,000. I gotta confirm that. Send me a link. If he makes $1 million a year for SEMA, what do we get from it as people that give to SEMA? Tell me what we get from it. Whew. Wow, what a gig. What a racket. Juan Galaz gave me $5. Channel support, thank you very much. EPI likes peeing. Just saying, says Raymond Sheen from Facebook. And he said, you can't run E85 at any Coyote without return fuel. Yet, E85 boosted. Mark Britt, boosted E85 Coyote cars need a return style fuel system. Alex, show us the New Balance. What do you mean? The New Balance are right there. There they are. If Pumpy 85 is gone, they don't care about the environment and air. It's all about the money. I like what the guy in Ignite Racing said on Insta. That guy is very smart, extremely smart gentleman, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the oil industry. And it's blowing my mind that the oil industry is allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. Set oceans on fire. It's all good. But some guy wants to grow corn in his backyard and make race fuel. Fuck that guy, right? Crazy. My boy says, long time no see. Get that YouTube money. Mario, dude, I've been on here for 3+ years. Chris Kirsting, CEO of SEMA, makes $927 a year from SEMA compensation. That blows my mind. What changed between the 20s and 21 in terms of tuning? The computer. Yes, a wheeler. Gayest would be Walmart specials. Okay, what's happening? Oh, gayest roll tires. 5.0 Primo says 1001 and 137 on 93, 4,000 pounds, 2650 blower on a dyno jet, made 630 real horsepower. They ran the car to 6,800 RPM in 6th gear. That's the reason the low numbers. Puzzled. Nothing to be puzzled about. Your car is fast. Be happy they have a fast car. Who gives two shits about what a dyno says? You have a time slip that said 1001 at 137 and you're confused about a dyno slip? Who gives a fuck about the dyno shit? The dyno, your car traps 1001, 137 and you're worried about a dyno pull? Crumble up that dyno sheet and save the ET. That's what matters, bro. Young Soldier says, shout out to Dakota from LR. Great support for my Gen 2. Yeah, shout out to Dakota. The CEO of SEMA makes on average $1 million more a year depending on profit shares. Bro, I'm going to start popping off on that. What do you do for that $1 million bucks? Like, what do you do? And who are the people paying into SEMA? Where do they get their money? It's crazy. We get nothing. Oh my God, Baja K gave me $100. What is wrong? You're psycho. He goes, thanks for retuning my transmission. Yeah, he ended up wanting skip shift enabled. And then once he went boosted, he goes, yeah, I don't want that enabled anymore. So I made sure I sent them a tune that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as opposed to the stock 1, 3, 5, skip shift schedule. I appreciate the channel support, brother, very much. You didn't have to give 100. God damn it, that's a lot of money. Have you ever seen a log where the throttle body doesn't go over 85%, throttle pedal at 100%? Yeah, that's literally throttle angle, Jeff Brock. It is not percentage. It's throttle angle. So your throttle angle, wide open throttle, is 85 degrees, not 85%. Pedals at 100, throttle fully open is 85 degrees. What, do you want it to be 100% open so it closes again? What do you so okay. This is your throttle at let's say this is your throttle, right? Right? And you go wide open throttle, and wide open throttle is 80 something degrees, right? No, Alex, I want it to go 100 degrees. There's a stop. There's an internal stop. Actually, can you see it? Yeah, look. There's an internal stop. Boop. So it can't go any further. So this is the most the throttle will open up, guys. So it's about, it'll be like this, like 80 something degrees. You can't slam it up against that stop because then the TPS probably gets super pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Pretty nice that I had this handy to show you guys that. Link to confirm, $927,000 salary. I got to see it. The EPA is just another government entity looking for more money to preserve their lifestyle because they aren't getting the federal funding they need. Does your roll tire touch the wall? Yeah, my bad. 10% overdrive crank pulley on a 13 GT500. Just want to know around what boost level I'm making on the stock blower and blower pulley. Wait, stock, so 3.0 upper, 10% lower? Is that what you're saying? Or do you have a 2.4 upper and a 10% lower? Alex, will I notice a gain from mixing 50% C85 with 91 on Gen 2 Coyote, full bolt on 18 manifold? So how are you going to, on a flex tune or on a pump gas tune? If you put 85% ethanol in a pump gas tune, you're going to run that fucker lean. It'll be like E60 something. That's not good. You can't mix pump gas and E85 unless you have a flex tune, and even then the flex tune's not going to run better than a dedicated E85 tune. So my answer is do not mix ethanol or pump gas unless you're on a flex tune. That's my answer. George Payne says 8 to 5 compression. Why? Oh, fucking 08 Bullet. 08 GT500, sorry. Would you think a Hellion kit would be a good choice or just upgrade the supercharger? Upgrade the supercharger. Don't fuck around. Don't overthink shit. Don't engineer the wheel. Just don't reinvent the wheel. Put a blower on it and be good. For Garrett to have a law degree, I would think he would be all over this shit. Squabble, squabble, squabble. Look, I don't know what kind of law he studied. Like what kind of, like you just because you have a law degree does not mean you're like, going to fight the EPA. That boy's up there jumping dumb shit and doing his thing, not talking about the SEMA stuff like we are. He's just out there going, hell yeah, brother. Thanks guys for paying for $1 million toter home. And you're like, oh, bro, he's awesome. Great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No sudden move. It's a good movie. Nothing to say. Play me some Canelo for the Pookies. Pookies, where you at, Pookie?
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Kyle Wren says, who just has a throttle body lying around when they need it for an explanation? I've always had this throttle body around for the day that someone asked me about throttle bodies. And if only the real ones know this throttle body. Look at the brand. Look at the size on this throttle body. Only the real ones know. Only the real ones know the story behind these throttle bodies. It's for another day, though. That's for the members only chat, where I stick wrenches up my twat, which is my butthole. Ernie Montalvo says, you sent my base file this morning from a tune for the Ford Level 2 fuel system 1050 Export Charger. Wife got me some Snow Innovation meth kit for my birthday. Do I need a new base tune or work in after? We could work it in after. Don't worry about that, Ernie Montalvo. We'll be good to go. Let me buy some gravel. Exactly. Cletus dropped out of school. Went all in on YouTube. I thought he finished, but I don't know if he got his law degree. I think he just went to school. Alex, I just bought a Gen 3 Mama Luna, identical to yours. I looked on the lunch side and couldn't find an option for a flex tune. Sorry if it's a dumb question. Austin Miller, the bone stock tune on an F-150 is a flex tune. So you just buy a tune and you automatically get a flex tune because those trucks come flex equipped stock. Is there any sort of issue with a deadheaded return style fuel system 12 Whipple car for reference? No. Like I see a lot of people say, oh, you got to run a true return system. And then I'm going, think about it. Think what happens in a return style fuel system where you deadhead it at the rail. Where is it returning? At the regulator. So you have a feed and you have a return back to the tank at the regulator. So it's returning at the regulator. And what's going out to the rails is regulated at 45 PSI with a boost reference. And it's deadheading, pressurizing all of the rail. What's the negative about that? Like, explain to me what the negative effect of deadheading the rail is if it's returning at the regulator. All of my fuel systems are like that. Twinjet 72, whoop whoop. Is it okay to run the Stage 3 NA cams on a boosted car? Yes, Grande Macchiato, but liquor. Absolutely. Mendoza, I think his tubes were welded, possibly 9-inch ends. Okay. Cooling. Look at the cooling. And the wrenches. My God, Jared Wells, you're going nuts on that. The blank EPA has been after the average performance guys and small business. Like, I cannot think of another attack on small business specifically than the EPA do. Like, tell me, guys, can you guys think of any other government entity that went after specifically small businesses for doing what they do under the guise of saving Gaia? And their reasoning is, well, if you pay us, Gaia will be happy. Earth will go, oh man, I'm getting hot as fuck. Oh, you're charging them guys? I'm good. I'm going to cool off real quick. Fuck out of here, bro. Road Heavers return style any good? Never heard of it. Alex, 22 Paxton, 2200 Paxton, Boss Manifold, 355s, 400 trans, 3400 race weight, 15 SI50, 609 foot brake. Wow, that's great. Going trans brake and two-step with 273s. Any gains in your opinion over 355? Yeah, you need the 373s, bro. That Turbo 400 is really going to appreciate the extra gear. That's what's in the blue car. And I trap 170 something in it. So you're going to love 373s with the Turbo 400 100%. Are the NA F-150 guys better or worse to deal with than NA Mustang guys? Boy, that's a good question. I don't know. I think the NA F-150 guys are a little more serious. The NA Gen 3 Mustang guys are specialty equipment market. Oh, here we go. Keith Ray with the freaking link to the homeboy making that money. Let me see right here. Tax filings by year. Okay, I'll look into this, but according to the total revenue for 2019 fiscal year, SEMA, 2019 fiscal year, total revenue, $50 million. 50. Total functional expenses, $41,892,000 and $41,892,514. Net income, meaning after all expenses, what they're able to keep, $8,513,643. Wow. Executive compensation, $1.9 million. Other salaries and wages, This is a fucking slush fund. Key employees and officers, Christopher J. Kirsting, $927,000, $927,745. What do we get for $1 million from Christopher Kirsting? We got William Miller, Senior Vice President, $490,000, 575, 490, 575. And we got Peter McGillivray, the Vice President, made 381, 576. The top 3 earning guys are over $1.5 million. What the fuck are we getting for that? Some motherfucker out there going, you stupid motherfucker. Bro, some bullshit. Thank you, Keith Ray. Appreciate that very much. Getting me the pay. I mean, that's $927,000. And what do we get? Guys, the EPA is gonna tell you to fuck off, and we said, okay. Hey guys, the EPA wants you to fuck off. Is that good, EPA? Yeah, that works. Oh, what else do you want me to tell them, EPA? Oh, no defeat devices? Got it. Yeah, guys, no defeat. What the fuck are you doing for that $1 million? God damn, nuts. I'm gonna get on his ass. Watch me send me a cease and desist. Watch him lawyer up and tell me to shut the fuck up. Watch him, because I'm doing some checks and balances on Homeboy. What did you do? Who have you talked to? Who have you punched? Who have you dragged down the stairs and said you can't fuck with small businesses that way? Anybody? $1 million? Fuck me. Once I do a build motor with a Whipple 3.0, would I be able to go back and forth between big power on E and low boost pump so I can still maybe drive it on the road trips? Yes, Kyle Ren, absolutely. A lot of people, let's say you get a big gigantic plate for a pulley, you can run that on pump gas all day, and then when you go racing, put the small pulley, different belt, E85 tune, and have fun, for sure. Órale, vato, says David Jeffrey. Loco, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué onda, señor? Thoughts on the Marion County Sheriff's Office having a Hellcat kitted as a cop car channel support? I don't know that I care. I don't know that there's a Hellcat. I think it's optics, obviously, because why would you have a Hellcat have like regular, like beat duty? That's got me weird. It's probably a specialty car, like a highway pursuit vehicle, but I doubt they're gonna just let that sucker idle for a long time like a regular patrol car, because it'll eat itself. Mendoza's Coyote, do you think my stock run will hold up to the Turbo 400 and the single turbo? Absolutely not. Something's gonna break. Probably the diff, the diff gears are gonna, the spider gears are gonna just explode, guaranteed. Magnus Sin says, thanks for the input on the deadhead fuel systems. Was really something I was stuck on. No, I got you, brother. Not a problem. I thought David Jeffrey died. I haven't seen him in a while. And Dennis the Speed Menace says, told you, bicho. You're right. I just wanted confirmation. Got it. And I'm going to start getting on his ass. I'm going to say, what are you doing for us, bro? How about the EPA just tax SEMA and the executives? Yeah. Why don't you just take it out of the executives' pay? He could swing it. How much power to switch between you think? Pump gas, the most I'm going to allow you to make on pump gas in any boosted application is about 650. And then on E85, whatever the fuck you want. You want to pulley it to death? It could be 1,000 plus. I don't care. I have a full bolt-on 6-speed, full bolt-on 6-gen 6-speed. My friend has a cold air intake A10 Mustang Lund tune. He's about to get rid of it. Should I buy it or keep my 6-gen? I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know. If you like the Mustang and if it beats you, do your thing. But I wouldn't buy a 10-speed Mustang at this point, to be honest with you. Until some business owners learn where they live, okay, post the link. I'm not going to post any links because then I'll be accused of spreading violence, so I don't need that. What is making an 18 Auto GT do strong dips when placed in drive? I don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Strong dips? Like if you're in drive and you're driving and then you come to a stop, or when you're actually cruising, does it have like crazy dips? What throttle body hot sauce? Okay, we're talking. What's up, everyone? Okay, good. I think I'm caught up. They call me, Car Wizard said, they call me the Cum Master. Jesus Christ. Bradley Edwards says, why would it eat itself from idle? Seriously curious. Didn't some Hellcats, they found out that prolonged idles actually, like the cam eats itself? Isn't that something that's like a thing on some Hellcat motors? Alejandro, 350 trans swap. What do you recommend? I know about the T56, but is there any options you can tell me of? The 350 transmission is weaker than the MT82. The gears are smaller. The shafts are hollow, I believe. I just don't like the 36 or the 30, I forget, 3160 or 36 something. I forget what it's called. Just because it's a Tremec doesn't mean it's better than the China MT82. It's not a good trans. I like when you look at some of the transmissions from GT350s, take a look at the bell housing and you'll see a nice crack developing from the center out. And it's just the resonance and just the trans is not a stout trans in my opinion. I've seen some of them take the clutch, like the clutch fucking explodes and it takes half of the bell housing with it. It's actually really impressive when those transmissions explode. 3160 says Juan Galaz. Why do you hate Gen 3 Mustangs with 10RD so bad? Carl Napier, they drive terrible. They drive terrible. At 700 or 750 horsepower, they don't want to shift. They just don't want to shift. They neutral out. They hit a rev limiter. They drive so bad. Drive one. Drive one. It's a, what the fuck? I have a 10R80 truck. I hate how it drives. I have a VMP Charge 15 and my buddy is a stock. What's the best combo for 450 robo horsepower without headers as he has a catback? I mean, I guess the Cobra Jet intake, right? What year is it? 15? Oh my God. Shit. Cobra Jet E85 and maybe cams with no headers. It might make 450. Might. Probably make 460. So let's say Cobra Jet E85, Cobra Jet 85 and free flowing exhaust, which has to be driven off the road. It's so stupid, dude. I agree. I'd rather the 6R80. The 6R80 is better for sure. Juan Galas says, yeah, bro, is a T56 the best option to swap to? In my opinion, T56 is king daddy when it comes to stick shift transmissions. When you're going to make big boy horsepower, you just got to go T56 in my opinion. Ian Martha, hey, he just got a Camaro. I got A10 ZL1. You think it's better to just upgrade to a more efficient blower or do the whole full bolt-on deal? First blower car and wondering what direction to take. Hope all is well. The guy to talk to is Kong, Greg Kong. He makes the blower for the 2650s. I think he makes he ports 2300 head units. I really would reach out to him as to set your car up for good power down the road, right? Reach out to him and say, look, I'm sorry, I'll pay you for your time, but I need to know, like, is headers worth it? I've seen some guys with just a tune and headers rape people. Then when they get on E85, those things really wake up. But it is an LT, so I'm not sure how that platform responds. I know LS was stout, but I'm telling you, I don't know much about the LT. I don't know much about Camaros, period, because I am a heterosexual. Preach that 10R80 live, Gordon Kemmerling, exactly. Damn, I'm slacking. I thought 9 p.m. It was 9 p.m. still. Nah, I just wanted to change it up today because I'm simulcasting and I wanted to make sure that everything went well. Apparently, everything's going really well. Thanks so much, says Ian Martha. Yes, sir. Greg Key is saying, Greg Kong on Instagram. Hit him up. Kong Performance. KongPerform.com. That's the guy to talk to about anything Chevy shit. Which one's better, Alex? Gen 2 5.0 auto or Gen 3 auto? In my opinion, to this day, any 6R80 is better than any 10R80. When you look at Lund Racing's cars, you guys saw the video where I uploaded that Jake took apart the 6R80 trans with the 4R200 hub. That's basic bitch stuff. It has a hub, a couple of pressure things to monitor pressure, and the rest is the regular clutches PBH puts and shit. And that bitch was taking 1,600 horsepower, no problem. The only thing that broke was the rear planet because that trans was in the Blue Goose for a long time. Then we just slapped it on the Gray Goose and made a bunch of hits with it. And the only thing in the whole trans that broke and was bad was the rear planet. Everything else was on the money. And Jake's like, I would stick these clutches back in. They're that good. I'm like, wow, unbelievable. 6R80 all the time for big boy horsepower. Anything under 700, 10R80 is, for NA applications, naturally aspirated, 10R80 is king daddy. It keeps it right in the power band, and those cars, roll racing queers out there, they love that car because it stays in the power band, and it actually can beat some boosted cars, some Hellcats, NA. But when it comes to boosted stuff, 6R80 is king daddy, in my opinion. Dennis the Speed Menace says, just thank you for your channel because it spreads awareness of corrupt government. Love your channel. It's therapy. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dennis the Speed Menace, man. I appreciate that very much. Carl Napier says, I do have one. Yeah, mine wouldn't shift the other day when I went watt. Hit the limiter and cut power. I understand why you say that. I understand what you say you do about the 10R80. Sometimes if you have an 800 horsepower 10R80, you can go on the road and it goes, wah, bah, 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 like, yeah. Then the next hit, wah, bah, 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 bah. Oh, what happened? Let me hit up Alex. I'm like, dude, it's not going to shift at that power level consistently. Like, show me one 10R80 that went rounds in multiple events at over 1,000 wheel. Any? The Blue Goose and Gray Goose, I think one trans broke because the axle broke and the drive shaft shook and something broke in the trans. I think a forward shaft. The next trans broke because it had been through hell, over 1,600 horsepower, over a year of its life, and many dyno pulls, and the rear planet chunked the teeth out of, the tooth came out of it. That's it. Not like shit was flying out the bitch. No, they're pretty stout. Kyle Wren says, thanks for answering my question. Trying to plan the build as much as possible. Going for a build that I can use everywhere. Gonna be sick when it's done. Nice, very good. Look, I think the Fairmont to me is that car. The Fairmont to me right now, it's a 960 car at stock boost on the Edelbrock TVS. It went 966 at 140, I think. So that car has served its purpose. I'm very happy with that car, and I would never do a pump gas deal in it, but I can drive it anywhere on E85 on low boost and still run 9s. That to me is perfect. And if I pulley down, go 8s, that's just on kill, but I'm going to wait till it cools down a litwn bit before I start really sending it down its throat, because I don't want to contend with high ATs, and I do not want to put an ice tank in that car. 15 with a BAP won't start. Fuel pump not priming. Replace the fuel pump controller. All fuses and relays are good. BAP is good. Did you check the fuse on the BAP? Did you check the fuse on the BAP? That usually kills the fuel pump. The fuse on the BAP. It should be a 40 amp fuse, if I'm not mistaken. Austin Miller's in the house, and he says, more channel support. I'll be ordering a tune soon. The dyno video with Champ Stamp was great, and I appreciate the help. Thank you, Austin Miller. Appreciate that. I know people like the 10R80 F-150. I haven't done any testing, draggy stuff. It has been pretty hot and muggy down here and raining a lot. So once it clears up and I get a night that's in the high 70s or low 80s, I'll go out there and give you draggy hits on the tuned F-150. And my goal is to break 12s on the street with just a tune and a dumbass filter in the front. And then I'll keep modifying it, and keep growing with it. By the time the cool weather runs around, if I can get an 11 NA out of it, I think that'd be really, really impressive. Maybe a dumb question, but can you slap a 6R80 on a Gen 3 Coyote? No, you cannot. Because the engine dictates, actually the cams, like if you want to get real technical, the cams dictate what operating system you're going to use to tune it with. You know what I mean? So if you have Gen 2 cams, Gen 2 operating system. But if you have Gen 2 lock cams, you can run a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 control pack. You know, that's kind of one of those things. But because of the DI, if you have a Gen 3 motor, there is no way to control a 6R80. They all have 10-speed controls, and you can't just delete stuff from it. Keith Ray says, Senior and I put that trans on the dyno last year when we broke the original Gray Goose trans. It was sitting on the shop floor for the Blue Goose, used and all. Thank you very much. That trans was stout. And when Jake took it apart, he goes, yeah, the fluid stinks, but I'd put these clutches back in it and a new rear planet and be done with it. I'm like, wow. Alejandro Alex Juarez says, what can I do with a 3-valve to go quicker without blower? Yes, I know it's a 3-valve. You trade it in. Let's be honest. You could do a tune, you could do headers, you could do the same thing you do all these, CMVC deletes, you could do a Cobra Jet intake setup, you could do a cold air, you could do E85, you could do all that shit. And then you might be able to bust off a 1250. And you're like, what the fuck did I just do? I spent $3,500 to run 1250. Or you could just trade that fucker in and have a $900 payment at 28% from a firm and have yourself a Gen 3 Coyote that you'll blow up. 6R80 over T56 Magnum, it all depends on what you want to do. If you like the stick shift game, T56 is where it's at, plain and simple. Did you invest in AMC? Fuck no. Let me get some sip. Bondo Bird in the house. How you doing, Bondo Bird? Did you get the car running yet? Did you get the car running? And guys, did you guys hear that Midnight Performance, if I'm not mistaken, Midnight Performance is sponsoring a race event in Everdale Dragway. I just started getting tagged in some of this stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, is Midnight Performance promoting a race? Let me see, Midnight Performance, because I saw Brandon Vargas posted up. Shout out to Brandon Vargas. Shout out to all the guys at Midnight Performance. Before MANCE. Wow. Okay, so this thing just decided not to work. Like I couldn't even type on the search box on Facebook Midnight Performance. It just went, nah, fuck you, screw it. Oh no, this is what? Come on, man, Midnight. I want Midnight. Midnight doesn't have a page. Yeah, Midnight Performance. There we go. Oh my God. Jeez. Let me see. 1090 monitor, 1080p monitor. So it doesn't show it. No. Where is? How come you don't have your poster here, Manuel? Come on, man. Well, how come Brandon Vargas isn't up on this page with the whole race shit? Oh, bro, y'all slacking. Hey, Brandon, get that race shit on this page. Come on, I don't have, because now I got to go to people's personal shit to like find out about a race or something. He said he took the BAP out of the loop. Yeah, if you took the BAP out of the loop, is that the one that doesn't start? The car that doesn't start? Twisted in Georgia says, can you recommend an octane tester for pump gas? No. There is no way of testing the octane for pump gas. There's literally no thing like a strip you can put in. You have to like send it off somewhere and have like really high-end machines let you know what the octane is. There is no such thing as a octane tester for pump gas. There just isn't, as far as I know. Chaz Bono. I beat up my couch for loose change. Chaz Bono in the house. Only the old ones know that reference. Neil Schillinger. Hey, Alex, I filled up my 14-gallon 85, tested at the pump E80, loaded the flex fuel tune, driving around until ethanol learned, but it was 67%. Curious as to why it learned percentage less than was tested. Good thing that you tested. The flex fuel tune, when it was sent to you, if you read the instructions carefully, it literally says right in the paragraph, it will not learn accurately all of the time. So if you want to ensure that your car has E85 in the tank, you test it manually. So you go ahead and you load the E85R2. You learn, you log the flex tune as is. Then you just load the E85R tune because you know that you put E85 in it. But if you had pump gas left in the tank, 2 gallons, and you put 14 of E85, now that's E70, bro. Now that's like E72 or some shit. Well, I don't know why. Oh, come on. If you have 2 gallons of pump gas in the tank and you shove 14 gallons in the bitch, it's probably not going to test the 85. So if you tested it, you knew you were completely empty, load the 85 R2 with confidence. But if you had pump gas left in it, it might be reading accurately. Built for Speed says, hey, Alex, my daily Gen 1 cracked the ring lands on all the Bang 2 cylinders. NA. I swapped my Gen 2 heads with forge rotating assembly. Will it need a retune? No, sir. If you have better heads, better pistons, but you left the injectors, MAF, intake manifold configuration the same, you do not need a retune, but it's a good idea to data log it to make sure it's running well. I've got 4 degrees of knock at 6 psi on 3 twin turbo. Just trashed 93 Florida gas, maybe, or your kid is rubbing somewhere, especially if it's a manual. If it's a manual on a shift, for whatever reason, the same issue that centrifugals have, it just spikes the knock sensors. And when it's an on-3 kit, so it's probably rubbing everywhere. How would you build the Nitrous Gen 1? I don't know, forge, just like you would build a car for boost, right? You just have forge rotating assembly. You have higher compression. I always err on the side of high compression. You always want to run good to great race gas. You're probably going to want a metal manifold in there in case you have a nitrous backfire and it spits out and it takes the injectors out and it just has fuel all over your car. So you might want to have a metal manifold in there just in case there's a nitrous backfire. It doesn't come apart on you. Boom, bye in the house. Yo, Alex, he's a local gentleman. Manny, see, Manny's here. And Nick Fowler, Juan Resendez, not Donald Trump, says, how's the sister? I wouldn't know. They are. It's all over Instagram. Okay, if they're sponsoring a race, why isn't it on their Facebook page? Now I got to look at Manuel Gomez, and he posts so much shit. Oh, my God, bro. Manuel. Look, this thing doesn't even want to work, so I'm not even going to try. Facebook does not even want to work when I'm on streaming, so fuck it. Just look up Manuel Gomez. They're sponsoring a race in Everdale sometime in September. Check them out. Should be a good time. David Jaffrey says, would you swap a T56 in the white car if there was a module that MagnaRide Rev Match compatible. Not sure if the car has Rev Match. I know your car doesn't have MagnaRide because it's a base model. It is a base performance pack. And if there was a way of retaining the Rev Match, I would shove a T56 into it tomorrow, 100%. Anyone figure out how to cool a 10R80? I mean, more trans coolers, right? Auxiliary trans coolers. That's probably the only way. Coyote GT says Alex is number one. Thank you. Weird. Midnight Flyer is on their IG page. I'm not going to go to IG because if I go to IG, this thing like literally shuts down. You have a knocking machine. It's one cylinder engine with an adjustable head to lower or increase compression. Got it. Okay. Got it. Nick Fowler, talking to Nick Fowler. Yeah, the bat fuse is good. Okay, so the bat fuse is good, but the car won't start. Yeah, your fuel pump drive module might just be bad. The FPDM might have just gone bad. Tropical Storm Elsa. What? Tropical Storm Elsa is such a bitch ass storm, dude. It's such a nothing of a storm. And Floridians that just moved here, not talking about the people I know, but in general, they're boarding up, they're hoarding gas. It's 70 miles an hour. That is nothing. Now, that's South Florida. It's nothing. Tampa, for all I know, that is an extinction level event, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Adam Reyes says, I'm about to close at work, but fuck, I'm about to tune in to talk some shit, says Adam Reyes. Alvin Davis says, the car can be in park. I put it in drive and the rear end dips down into gear. I had the trans flash and went away for 5 months. Now the ish is back. What gives in your opinion? Alvin Davis, what? You put it in drive and the car goes clunk. What's the problem? The dipping is the problem? You mean your automatic car, you go from park to drive and it goes clunk, and that's an issue? Come on, man. Come on. Stop it. Please tell me you're trolling, bro. Less than 20 miles to empty, Neil, you got pump gas. So you have 2.5 gallons of pump gas in there. You had 2.5 gallons of pump gas and you pumped E85 in it. And you're wondering, why does it read close to E70? You had pump gas in there. You had E10 in there. And you mixed it with E85 and it became E68. Do you too many built motor nitrous cars? No, you don't say. They go boost. They're smart. They go boost. They just go boost. Because even a 200 shot will not make 650 robo horsepower. But a boosted car at 10 PSI makes 650, no problem. What throw bearing would you recommend for a twin disc setup for an MT82? Bone stock, buddy. Bone stock, Daniel. I don't get fancy with anything. That shit ain't 200 miles an hour. Hit Panama City in 2018. That ain't shit. 200 miles an hour. Hit Panama City in 2018. Got it. If you live downtown Tampa, you'll be in 4-foot water tomorrow. Got it. Normal for a 10R80, says Clip Clop the Horse. Exactly. When you put it in gear, it dips down. My F-150 does that. About to buy a 2018 PP1. Would you recommend a Barton shifter or a tune first? Tune first. Shifter's like dead last. Get to know the car, learn the car, get comfortable in the car. I don't think a shifter is worth that much in performance. He's talking about the jerk on the 10R80. That's normal. That's like Omar Garza, you know that's normal. You got a 9.4 second 10R80 car. You know that shit's normal. Might be moving to Miami, Florida. Why the fuck would you move to Miami? I definitely don't recommend you move to Miami. Miami sucks. I don't like Miami at all. Hey, Alex, got a 14 full bolt-on. I'm on a budget. Should I beef up the transmission to a Tremec or Magnum to throw the Paxton in? No, you're good, man. Just roll out with the MT82 until it fucking grenades. I mean, you can do a Tremec, you can do a TR6060, you can do a T56 XL, you can do that. But that's like $5,000, bro. That's like $5,000. That's big boy money. And all the trees will fall on your house. Got it. Yeah, exactly. You're in Tampa. You decided to live where there's a bunch of trees. Down here, it's all palm trees, royal palms, ugly palms. Everything's underground. All the wires underground. You know, it's just like, the only people that like Jupiter Farms has a lot of trees, and people for whatever reason love living in Jupiter Farms. And I'm like, it's too many fucking trees. If a hurricane comes through, there goes your shit. There goes your house. Done. Locked cams, 4i notch with CJ85 headers, T56. If this all goes away to the shit, PA. Got it. You're right. A locked cam Coyote, 4i Fox body. Ooh, 5-speed or 6-speed. Badass. You need to put some of that Bill Cosby secret sauce in there. All right. Sounds good. feels sad. Nitrous car here. Gennaro Perez. Exactly. If you do a 200 shot on your shit, it's still not going to make as much as 10 psi on a boosted car on pump gas. I'm sorry. I love you. My car made 685 wheel on 200 shot. Then it went boom. Thank you, Cuban Coyote. And Cuban Coyote, he got all the warnings from me. Cuban Coyote, vouch for me. I warned you from the get-go. This is not going to make big boy power. It's not going to show 700 on a dyno, and it might blow up. Are you cool with it? And he was like, I guess I'm cool with it, and it blew up. Well, that's the tuner's fault. Yeah, okay. Not that he would say that, but everyone else would. Miami floods easily. I would not go to Miami at all. Alex, why is Matt 760 fast? Honestly, he just knows his car. He knows how to drive it. He's a good driver. The car does not have anything special from tuning aspects. It literally has our base production file. That's it. And you guys are, give me the Matt 760 tune. Here it is. I lost to him. Be better. It's the exact same tune, dude. Be better. I'm from Carroll City, bitcho, says King B. Yo, I'm almost missed it. I didn't get the notification. Says slow ST. That storm isn't even party level yet. Jake Candelaria, you're 100% right. From a Facebook post, he said that shit ain't even party. Like, people don't even do. They're like, yo, unless it's Cat 3, we're not even having drinks. We're probably just gonna watch, movies. But if it's like Cat 4, oh, you hunker down, get drunk, bring out the condoms, and you just fuck everyone in that party, and you get drunk and you get wasted. Hurricane parties here, a trip. Cuban Coyote says, yup. Then I got a brand new motor, Paxton, made 872. So Cuban Coyote went from a cammed Gen 2 motor with 200 shot making 685 to a boosted Paxton Gen 2 motor making 872. Why do you think we say, fuck this Nitrous game shit, save for boost? I think people think we're doing it because it's easier for us. No, it's easier for you to make power, and we're trying to help you go fast. But your stupid ass falls in love with cheap ass Nitrous. Nick Evans says, "Thanks, brother." Are the N-gauges still available retail? Nope, they're gone. They gone. Joseph Jaransek says, "Hey Alex, ever used Innovate gauges before? What would you recommend for an AFR wideband?" Honestly, you can use like the AMUAGO. It's kind of jank, whatever. But it serves its purpose, and you can analog it into something. You can analog it into an SCT. You can analog it into an N-gauge, so that your tuner can see AFR on the log. It's easy. It's cheap. It's widely available. AMUAGO is fine. Juan Rosenda says, Alex, can you calibrate the 18 Infinity Q50 Red Sport 400 I'm going to get soon? I don't trust other tuners. The motor's similar to the GTR. Maybe they'll let me in at Texas 2K. Laughing my ass off. More support. Thank you. Thank you, Juan Rosendez. Boom Bye Bye says, just for giggles, when you have time, check your DM Orange Mist 5.0 just showing support. Where? On Instagram? Damn it. Nah. Damn it. Orange what? Orange Crush? What is it? Orange Mist. What's Orange Mist? I don't get it. Orange Mist. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Mention me in their comments. Oh, look at that. What's going on here? YDB2 for life. I got something for that Fairmont. What you got for that Fairmont? A go-kart? Oh yeah, I ain't fucking with that. He's probably got a motorcycle engine in that thing. No, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with any go-kart in Florida. They will fuck you up. That's funny. Good shit. How can you be better in an auto car? You'd be surprised. You kind of have to know the proper gear to start off in, where your power band sits. So if someone asks you for a 40 roll, some people might say, well, I'm going to do a second gear. I'm going to do a third gear. He just really understands his car, and he makes it light. Guys, he makes it light. There is no special sauce on his car. Hell, he wasn't even the fastest in a shootout, right? He got beat. He got beat in the shootout. There was some drama, too. There was like, oh, maybe he lost on purpose. I'm like, oh, my God, shut the fuck up. Don't check the DM. I don't know if this will help out the community or not, but I filled up with Pumpy 85 and tested it, ran it down. Then I filled up with Racy 85, loaded the 85 tune, and sent Alex my log. Austin Maynard, the Ford tech, literally did everything perfectly. Goes out there, fills up on 85, dilutes whatever is in there, doesn't bother me. Then he goes, let me get him real deal from a Juggy 85. Bam, shoves it in there, sends me a log. Perfection. The flex tune was on point. the E85 tune was on point. And I said, Austin Maynard, yet again, you've made my life easy. Why? He's a tech. He knows his shit, and he knows what we want. And the less we have to interact, the better it is for him because he can get out there racing and enjoying his car. Katrina, we were going to have a movie watch party and kayaking down the street to go to friends' houses, Florida plus Hurricane Easy. Got it. I'm glad I never touched Nitrous. Don't even fuck with Nitrous, honestly. In my opinion, Nitrous is good as a supplement. Like, if Section 8 is an 818180 car, yeah, I'm going to put a 150 shot on it and run that 7 and get it sold. Joseph Jarosek says, thanks, man. Love the show. Thank you. Omar Garza, channel support. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. Love the info as always. Alex, me and the boys watching and learning. NA guys are the worst. They really are. Love them. Love them very much. But they're like, do you guys have multiple kids and one of them's just a fucking asshole? You love him, but he's a fucking asshole. You know he's going to be in jail. You know he's going to drop out of school. You know he's going to get some trailer park trash pregnant. That to me is NA, guys. Bro, you would know my shit 2 times. Mike Bravo. I have YouTube comments. I have Facebook comments. If you paid, I'll look. Not that I'm saying I only look at paid ones, but those literally stand out. Here we go. Alex, I have a F-150 Lund tune. Can I pump E85 and give cheese? Whatever the hell that means. Also, do you offer trans tune? Any champ stamp t-shirts for sale? Mike Bravo. You can pump E85 in a F-150. It is flex fuel tuned stock. Yes, pump E85 in it and just go watt. It's going to be fine because it's factory flex equipped. Trans tuning, yes, we do have a tune that will be very aggressive for F-150s, but please be forewarned. It is not good to daily on it. It sucks. Okay? You're just like, whoop, you know, you're like, if you like that sort of shit, yeah, we can send you a tune to have aggressive. But for quarter mile stuff, it really hits hard and it does a good job of getting you. Like, we've cut down a couple of tenths with some aggressive trans shifting on F-150s. Sorry, Mike Bravo. Got that. I don't know if this will help out the community. Got that. Channel support. Omar Garza. I got Mike Bravo complaining. Sorry. Where is he? Where's Bravo? Bravo. Bro, you ignore my shit 2 times. Okay, got it. Bounderbird. Hitting the track on Saturday just to try out the new clutch because stage 3 MT82 and 488s. Oof. 488s. You psycho? Just hoping to get a good clutch data and adjustments. Gotcha. Nitrous is extremely finicky. And if you're not a tuner with experience, your engine is grenade waiting to happen. When you buy Nitrous, you are telling me you know a lot about cars. If you know you don't know a lot about cars, do not fuck with Nitrous. Because Nitrous is 98% on the end user. Like 98% up to you to make it work, not up to me. Have you talked to Frank since he left PBH? Yes, he showed me his business card today. He's doing well. I hope that he succeeds. We're friends. So I'm not just going to stop talking to him because it doesn't work at Power by the Hour. Now, is our interaction going to slow down and go away? Absolutely, because I used to go to Power by the Hour often and see him there, and that's why we interacted. But if he's busy working and I'm busy working, we're not going to see each other as often. Would you start kayaking or be an NA guy if you had to choose? Wow, good one, Phil. Well, I'm kind of an NA guy with the red car, but I do it half-assed. I don't care. And if it runs 10s with me not caring, that's pretty amazing. It'll run 10s. Once I put a Cobra Jet and cams in it, it'll run 10s. Then I'll paint the fenders because they got a little scratch on them. I'll replace the hood, replace the front end. Bye-bye, for sale. It gone. Most the Street Outlaw guys swapped to Pro Chargers. I mean, look, centrifugal big blower cars, centrifugal big cubic inch cars are fucking fast, like really fast. They almost have like an advantage over the nitrous and turbo cars. Mike Bravo says, laughing my ass off. You made my night. Thanks, Poppy. Anytime, sir. Alex, do you have a tune for my MT82? Evan Smith. You know, you laugh at that, but you do need to tune it to disable the skip shift feature, like on an 1112. Howdy, says Santos S550 Coyote. How are you doing, sir? Would anyone here buy a built motor single turbo 2 valve for $8,000 or just my best buddy? A single turbo 2 valve for $8,000. Like, is it built? Ray Torres from Facebook says, what are your thoughts on methanol injection? Want more power from my V3 SI? Making 600 at the moment. 2016 S550 MTD2. Now, Ray Torres, What I tell people is this. If you shove meth at the throttle body, the IAT sensor is the MAF sensor. I wouldn't want you to run meth pre-MAF because it's going to screw up the signal because you're literally spraying water and meth at the MAF. So it'll run like shit. But there's no way for us to monitor manifold temps when you spray meth after the IAT sensor, aka the MAF. Now, if you get a IAT breakout harness from VMP or Whipple that has a brass sensor on it, and you yourself make a hole in the manifold and make the IAT piggyback off of the IAT sensor, aka breakout harness it, and we in tune can make the manifold sensor that you just put in yourself read IAT. Then when you spray meth in the manifold, we see a temp drop. So that means the computer sees a temp drop. So that means the car will compensate timing-wise for meth. We'll either raise the threshold, lower the threshold, give it a more aggressive timing ramp when you're spraying meth. Understand this, though. If you have a meth tune and we command more timing, you can't just run out of meth and go watt. You have to have meth in the tank all the time. David Jeffrey says, do you think the reason people want nitrous is because they watch Fast and Furious religiously? And what's your professional opinion and channel support? No, it's cheap. How much is Boost? $6,000 minimum. Right? For a Coyote car. $6,000 minimum, or $5,400, or a used kit, $4,500 to $5,000. How much is nitrous? $2,000, $2,500. Orale, Holmes, that's cheaper. Hey, 200 shot is 200 more horse. I already make 480, so that means 200 plus 480 is 680. No, it's not. Alex, you should call the peasant chat the family chat on Sundays. It is that whole meme with Vin Diesel is hilarious. It took you guys 9 movies to figure out that movie was fucking trash. I haven't seen any movie past the second one. I saw the first one, I'm like, this is fucking gay. And then I saw the second one, I'm like, not bad. Then I'm like, but I'm done. I just don't care. And you guys are like, oh, we're going to have a watch party. We're going to have our whole crew that meets up at In-N-Out Burger meet. You want to go to In-N-Out Burger meet, or the Kroger meet, or the Wolfie's meet, or the Lowe's meet, or the Winn-Dixie meet? You stupid motherfucker. Well, let's have a watch party. And I'm like, you guys are going to go have a watch party with like the gayest movie ever made. Tokyo Drift was fun. Tokyo Drift was decent. I liked 2 better than 1. The third is the best opinion, in my best opinion. The third is the best in my opinion. I'm straight. I like chicks. So, sorry. Family stronger than my connecting rods on nitrous. Let's drive our cars to the moon. Family. What? I don't doubt that they drove their cars to the moon. I'm surprised they didn't have an underwater car. What max PSI do you recommend I push through my OK3? I don't know what the fuck he just said. Oh, my On3? What fuel? What system? I don't remember you, Mendoza's Coyote. I don't remember you. You have to say, return solid fuel system, E85, built motor. You know, I need like specifics each time. If you watch past Tokyo Drift, you're definitely an NA guy. Nitrous actually rates their horsepower at the wheels, which is bullshit. They say 200 shot, and then you put a 200 shot and you make 175. But it's weird, like when you do a 100 shot, it measures 100 at the wheels. You do 150 shot, 150 at the wheels. You do a 200 shot, your car explodes. Taco Del Rey meat. On 3 single, Gen 1 Coyote. Stock bottom end, I wouldn't go past 700 real horsepower. Whatever boost needs to be made to make 700 real horsepower is the most I do on a Gen 1 Coyote on a turbo. Even though the turbo is a little softer on the bottom end than a blower would be, because it's free power basically, I would still err on the side of caution and keep it at around 700 on the 85, pump gas 650 no higher. I heard that they took a Fiero to space. A 70 Charger flying through space. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not even going to watch that movie when it comes out on FX. You know FX, they showed like the Marvel, Captain America, the whole Marvel marathon. And I watched like 4 of those movies. I was just chilling, doing nothing. Jimmy Jam's in the house. What's Ligma? Ligma balls? That's pretty good. Shit. All 3 single turbo 485 stock Gen 1. Yeah, I wouldn't go more. I wouldn't like reach like 15 psi on that thing. I'd do 14, right? Because what's 14 make on that on 3 single? Close to 700 if I'm not mistaken. My NX 150 shot makes 150 at the wheels. Put 200 on it. Watch it make make the belly bleed oil. No forge in space. Is back pressure real for NA car? My friends are so worried about it all the time. No. I'm just like, what the fuck are you worried about in an NA car for back pressure? Exactly. Back pressure. Well, the car needs a little back pressure. Meanwhile, cars are open header at the track. Lick my balls, he said. He got me. I used to run nitrous on my 80... Jimmy Jams is funny. I used to run nitrous on my 89 notch. It costs just as much as boost in the long run and can go wrong just as quick. Ask me how I know. Chaldean guy says, Alex, would you rather be an NA guy or watch all 9 movies in one sitting? Oof, that's a good one. Would I watch all 9 movies in one sitting or suck dick? Oh, no. Which is the same thing. Or being an NA guy. Would I be an NA guy or watch all 9 Fast and Furious movies in a row? I'll watch all 9 Fast and Furious movies in a row. 100%. All of those are equally as gay. Alex, are you buying a Mach-E GT? Potentially. You mad, bro? Potentially. Yeah. Look, I have to look out for my side hustle. And I know you guys will probably hate it. And you guys will hate the Mach-E GT. You're not down with it. That's fine. But if I buy it and start modifying it, lower it, nice wheels, Houston gut it, go to the track, run numbers, do shit with it, you guys are going to go, damn, he's actually doing it. Like, yeah, he's got the GT500 and other cars, so that'll satisfy the petrol heads. But the people that are curious about a Mustang guy getting a Mach-E GT, and I want the blue one, or black. If it comes in black, woof, I'm in there. I want to fuck with it just to see what it does. I want to race it against the red car, like a quarter-mile race. See how bad it whole shots the red car, and then when the red car goes yip right around it, shouldn't be an issue. So kayaking or watch Vin Diesel fat and do wheelies on the street. Ooh, kayaking, definitely kayaking. When is the Fast and Furious crew gonna get to battle the Avengers? Ford just paid for the Thunderbird name. Mid-engine Corvette fighter in the works. Interesting. No, it'll be a SUV. It'll be a hybrid SUV with like slots to like dildos come out of the fender so you can suck on them while it charges. I guarantee it's gonna be some dumb shit. What is Houston weight reduction? 200 shot red. Hey, anyone want to fill him in on what Houston gut is? Anyone want to fill him in what Houston weight reduction is? Big spoilers make Mustangs faster. Charcoal black is a color option. I believe. I get it. Look, if I sell the GT500 and the red car, I'm going to have a good chunk of change lying around. So I'll probably buy a couple of vehicles with that. An old one and put a heavy down payment on a new one. Some pink neon on it. H-Town, baby. Omar Garza. Omar Garza put a cage in his car. I love Omar Garza. Dude. He's like Omar Garza could be you guys. Omar Garza has a boosted Gen 3, has a family, has kids, and works a regular job and has a 9.4 second Gen 3 car. Just a regular guy. Nice guy. So when people are like struggling, I'm like, Omar Garza can do it. How come y'all can't do it? Like, he's like the most regular guy on the planet. And he has a legitimately fast car. Does not need to log all the time. Doesn't bug me all the time. Hey, I found a problem. I fixed it. Boom, boom. I look at his setup. It's legit. The catch can routing is clean. The cage install is good. I'm like, he's so legit. And he's just a regular bro. Shout out to you, brother. Forrest Horror says, hey, Alex, 18 GTO and 88 pump gas. Lately, I've noticed wild swings in my short trims and my long trims stay at 0. Is this an issue? If so, what's the cause? Bad O2 potentially? I mean, if the long trims are at 0 and are you done tuning? Like, are you a Lund tune customer? Because if you are, your long trim should be moving, because the last 2 or 3 things we do is make sure that adaptive fueling is on so that it learns a long-term fueling correction as opposed to just rely on a short. So let us know if you're like tuned by us or not. Houston is when you eat cocaine 3 times a day. Nice. Wow. Juan Resendez, whether you get a Mach-E GT or not, we'll still support Alex. It'll be interesting to see it on the channel. It'll be worth watching you test it. Absolutely. Thank you, man. Anytime, Omar. Omar's like that example that gives me hope because the guy's like, I'm a regular guy. I know how to read logs. You taught me how to read logs. I got a tuner friend. He's super cool. We just run it. And if I got an issue, then I'll hit you up. And he never hits me up because he just goes out there, runs his car, and the car is just chilling, having a good time. I think it's Edelbrock Supercharged Gen 3 running 940s. Badass. 6 rib. 6 rib Mafia. That guy's 9.4, 6 rib. Alex, I have a 17 DT with a Gen 3R on 93. I have a misfire ideal. I've been running boosting for a bit. How long was your white car on boosting to fall out the plugs? 3 tanks. 3 tanks and it was bye-bye. See ya. It didn't fall out the plugs. I don't think I fouled out the plugs. I never got a misfire from those plugs. I busted a ringland. Not because of that. I think I busted a ringland before that when it was pump gas, heavy detonation, and maybe the ring pack was too tight on that cylinder specifically. Boop. And it just spit out a ringland. Check plugs. Number one at number one slow 50 boosting kills plugs. He's not wrong. I was watching the dumb question. You had said you'd been asked about timing since Lund. I didn't see. Can I use the Coyote tune on a V6? Some ass clown has to have said that. Has to. Not a Mustang guy. Just came to mess with y'all. Gotcha. Says Cameron Shine and Recline Padron from Facebook. Another Facebook one says tuning with Lund. So I don't know if your tuning is finished, but what I would do is I would data log the condition and we'll see what the wild swings are. But before you do that, make sure that your cold air is tight. A lot of people don't realize that their cold air can come loose. And if any unmetered air starts entering anywhere but the filter and MAF, it can cause wild swings and short-term fuel trims. All these Waterbrain S550 former Honda owners are shocked that they can't keep the cheapest parts on their car and have it work fine. Jimmy Jams. 100%. 100%. 315 gears here, says GT Garage. Dang fool, I see you added another engage to the couch. Last time I caught was live, there's only 3. Way to secure your retirement fund for the future. You can see 4? Wow, you can actually see 4. That's pretty good. Yeah, there's one there. The only one that's in the vehicle right now is in the truck. All of them, I bring them inside because I live in the hood. So them, what the hell is this? Take it. When my window got busted, they left the engage alone. And I'm like, I'm going to bring them all in. E85 tune, Danger Man. Okay, got it. You think you'd gain much from a tune on a Roush 2.3 Phase 1, Gen 2, 93, and occasional boosting? You think I'd gain much from a tune? Yeah. So if you are using Frank's S550, if you're on Roush's tune, you're limited to 6,800 RPM, but that's mostly because of the injector. They use LU47s. In my opinion, Frank S550, unless you're willing to buy a bigger injector, it's not worth tuning it because I don't want to send you a tune that brings the RPM limiter to 7,500 on LU47s and have you run out of fuel and you blow up and then you blame the tune, like always. I see the dad shoes on deck. Absolutely. 9.3 at 151. Jesus! Your car went 9.3 on a 6 rib, Omar Garza? God damn it. Edelbrock. I know a lot of you guys are sucking that Whipple dick, but 99% of you would never need a 3.8 because your fucking motor's stock. All you need is a 3.0, if that, or a 2650 because your bottom end will pretty much explode at 900. And any blower out there on the market can make 950. But you nut riders like, no, you got to get this one specifically because this guy who runs an X275 car has one in his. You mean the billet black car? You mean the car that has a billet fucking black? Man, people are stupid. Chupapi says, Alex, what do you think about the 13 Roush RS3? Would you ever go back to an S197 platform? Absolutely. I already told you that if things shake out, like I want them to shake out, I would go back to an 11 black manual Mustang. Get rid of the GT500, get rid of the red car, and I'd probably get like a Mach-E GT, and then I'd have to get rid of a car permanently. I can't just keep adding cars because I got 5, and I got to get down to 3. So I'd keep the truck, the Fairmont, white car might have to go eventually, in about a year or two. And maybe a Mach-E GT. We'll see. Missed my question. Okay. Missed my question. Ernie Martalbo. Ernie. Here we go. How can you tell if you got bad gas? What to look for at an engage? Ernie Montalvo, what I would do is this. I would do like a 3rd gear wide open throttle pull. And usually at peak torque, which is air load is like 1.0 or if it's NA. That's when you're going to probably have octane issues. So if I were you, 3rd gear, NA, just look at the knock sensor. Just pull up the knock PID on your engage. Look at it. Go watt or have your friend look at it or record it with the phone. and then see if it goes positive. And if it goes positive, it's more than likely bad gas. More than likely, unless you have something rattling around the hood causing issues. But on a regular NA93 tune, we don't command a bunch of timing. We let the knock sensors add most of the timing. And if they go off, you have not so great gas. 11, 12, or 13, 14. Mango Brain, I do an 11, 12. Back to my roots when it comes to stick stuff. I think the 11, 12s look more aggressive in my opinion. The 13, 14s are beautiful. I think they look great, but I think that's their problem. I think they're too cute. I think they're pretty. And I think the 11, 12s have a bit of an aggressive look to them in my opinion, and it looks more muscle. Whereas the 13, 14 looks modern. It looks great. I think it's great looking. I own one. But I prefer the 11, 12 for those purposes. Usually if I have bad gas, I can smell it. Taco Bell is usually the culprit. Very good. Chupapi, I already got that. What's up, Alex? As usual, I hope everything is well, says Howland 573. Thank you very much, sir. At this point, Fast and Furious crew should fight the Avengers. We already said that twice. Got that. Do you have trans temp gauge in section 8? How long do you leave the trans cooler on for? The trans cooler comes on all the time. I don't shut off the trans cooler. And I don't think the trans goes above 169, 170, like all the time. All the time. It just circulates and I never turn off why would you turn off the trans cooler? My fan goes on all the time, my radiator fan, and my trans fan. Woo! The moment I key on, I want everything on all the time. I don't get people that go, hey Alex, I turned on the car with a Luntune and the fan's on all the time. I don't think that's right. Hey, let me ask you a question, fucking genius. Take a look at your coolant temp. Oh, yeah, it's running about 6 or 7 degrees cooler. Do you want it to run cooler? Yeah. Do you want the car to perform better? Yeah. Do you think that we have done changes to the car based on thousands of calibrations that we know work? Yeah. So do you want the fan constantly on or do you want it stock? Stock! Every day. Cameron Shine Recline Padron says, does that throw a failsafe when the transcooler is off? No. Why would you turn it off? I would just leave it on. Sometimes too cool will damage the engine. What? 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 Sometimes too cool would damage the engine? Explain to me how. Explain to me how an engine running too cool is bad. Do you think Lund Racing's Grey Goose gets above 150 coolant temp when it makes 1,600 horsepower down the track? Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Too cool will hurt the engine? I don't think the Grey Goose has ever been over 150 degrees. Ever. In its life. Wow. Comment of the week. Sometimes too cool will damage the engine. Wow. JD Swag. Well, boosting a car 10 or 80. I might have to go late just to make fun of this guy. We'll be boosting the car 18, 10 or 80. Pump gas only in Canada. What do you suggest for supercharger setup? Already tuned by Lund. Vortec, Odin, Whipple. It doesn't matter. As long as you stay around 10 PSI, you should be good to go, sir. No such thing as too cool. Less efficient combustion for emissions. That's about it. He's right about that. JCast, very good. Comment of the day. ¿Qué pasó, puñeta? Says Ed Diaz. Some guy said that running an engine too cool is a problem. Meanwhile, the Grey Goose, I don't think ever sees 160 degrees at 1,600 horsepower. But it's a problem. Wow. Unbelievable. I thought the peasant chat was going to give me the comment of the day, but no, it was the regular pay chat. That's kudos to you. How many people do I have on right now? I don't even know. There's no way of knowing. But I'll check back on the analytics because I'm using a different stream medium because I am multi-streaming. Stock LS is better than Tesla Model Plaid stock battery. 474. Thank you, John Good. Appreciate that. He said stock LS is better than a Model Plaid stock battery. Oh my God, I love you guys. I freaking love you guys. Yonsei's out of here. See you next time. Yonsei, see you later, sir. And Kyle Brandon dropping his nuts on this chat too. Says, hope you are well, Alex. Everyone else there, thank you for all the knowledge and laughs today. 476 on YouTube. Thank you. And 43 or something on Facebook, which is fine by me. It replays. I have redundancy. I'm good. I'm out of here. Someone said Motorcraft or Preston Coolant, Motorcraft, Ford shit. I don't fuck around. The Fairmont has water in it. Water damages the engine. Force Horse says, yes, I'm tuned through lawn. Brandon and Dakota, team it. The tune was finalized in October last year. Forced Horse, send a data log. We can see if there's like a bad O2 or potentially unmetered air getting in, and we should be good to go. Oh, Rishun sent me something today about 1,000 messages. 1,000 messages? Jesus Christ. All right, guys, I'm out of here. For those of you that follow me on the other channel, I'll probably be on Saturday or something like that, depending on how I feel. So be on the lookout for potentially me going on Saturday. And as you guys always know, the Peasant Chat is Sunday, 9:30. That is fast becoming my favorite chat. No pressure, no paid questions, just talking to poor people, and it's a good time. I'm out of here, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for joining. See you guys later.